Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to have videos of the paid request. This time for Bronson. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it. Either PayPal is usually the best bet. The links are down in the info box over there. And it could be for pretty much any type of videos, reviews, topics, commentaries, reactions, video game related stuff, playthroughs, let's tries, whatever the case. But he wanted me to react to this video of Jimmy Fallon paying tribute to Robin Williams. So it's 3 minutes long. I'll react to it. I'm not going to show the footage because copyright YouTube is broke yet. I'll react to it and then give some thoughts on Robin himself after it. But let's react to it. I have the link in the info box for those who want to follow along. It's 3 minutes and 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. I've never been a big Jimmy Fallon fan. I would assume he's being genuine here, though. Is that just acting? That's not a bad impersonation of Robin, especially the voice. It's not too bad, not too shabby. Just a lot of times, like, he would laugh and Jimmy Fallon in interviews and like, okay, is he being genuine or not? But I don't know. I mean, I'm going to take it as face value in this instance that he's being genuine on this. And so this is the first appearance of Robin on Johnny Carson. When no one's up but not yet touch himself. He did that before in his stand-up with the Terror Man. Any interview he like immediately turned to a stand-up act, and he had that energy and exuberance to him. Do not be afraid, men can touch men. Again, this is like a taste of what Robin would do like every interview. If you watch his Inside the Actor Studio, he was just this ball of manic, maybe early days cocaine fuel, but just manic energy where every like interview, of course, stand on the desk, that's an ode to Dead Poet Society. Sorry I wasn't saying much. I was just watching and enjoying the art of Robin, just his insane energy of comedy they would elicit in just random interviews. And Robin Williams I was always a fan of. Robin, when he passed away, I know this is weird, but it's one of the few times I teared up at a celebrity passing away. Because I never knew the guy. Never knew the guy, never met the guy. Would love to have met the guy. But just because, again, you see his joy coming out of his pores. Even in that Johnny Carson bit. And then you watch his Inside the Actor Studio, all that stuff, just every fiber of his being. Was he flawed? We're all flawed. But just that it was snuffed out like that. And the way it happened, where, from what I understand, he found out something was going on with his brain that may deter him later in life. So he ended his own life. But I forget if it's like, was that 100% willingly, or did his brain not register, or did he do it willingly because he knew his brain was gonna, and it's like kind of hard to, counter that. It's kind of hard to argue that, because maybe we would do the same thing. It's just very sad, very tragic. I wish he was still with us today. I really do. And I know there are like people that go out there, he was a joke thief. Well, Robin admitted it. But, and I buy his explanation. He didn't do it on purpose. I do buy it. It's because when, and you see on that Johnny Carson, you see in interviews, he would just be a tornado of comedy. And just be bah, 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 bah. And like he would go in this thing where he's like talking 100 miles per minute, say this, this, and this, and then he would say something because it was something he heard, something he thought of, and he didn't think that deeply. It was just this off the cuff. As in, you, like he would have bits, but then he would go on these random tangents of ad lib. Like you watch his stand up, guarantee you a good chunk of that is just ad lib. Not everything, but a good chunk of that. And people neglect to mention that if he did find out that he stole from someone, he would write them a check. He would literally write them a check. Hey, I'm sorry I did that, man. Write them a check and give them the check. To the point some people goofed, man, I hope he steals mine so I can get a check. But people neglect to say that part of it. Because, hey, like Joe Rogan, like, I mean, that's what pisses me off about Joe Rogan. I like a lot of his stuff. But when he brings that up, he never brings up the fact that, Robin would send checks to people. And also, you see just how much of a whirlwind tornado that I buy that he didn't do it on purpose. That was just like almost all. It's like if you're doing a movie review or you're doing something else, you say something, and I'll remind you of something because you're inspired by that line, by that dialogue, by that phrase. Plus, I mean, also, you could tell the same joke, but it's also in the delivery of the joke. I could tell the same joke, yet it's not funny because I don't know how to deliver it, the punchline. Put in the hands of someone who's much better at it, and they become a complete winner. Plus, it's like, okay, you don't piss on a guy that has passed away. Good job, Joe Rogan. So, he's a prick. I don't really like Joe Rogan much anymore. That's just me. I used to, but anyway. That's a whole other tangent. Also on a different tangent, like how he stuck up for Bruce Lee and about how ridiculous Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was, but then when he had Quentin Tarantino on his show, it's like, yeah, that was pretty cool, that was pretty funny. I'm like, that's funny, Joe, that's not what you said. But now that he's in front of you, now you want to act differently. So I'm going off a Joe Rogan tangent, because he was the one that brought up the whole Robin Williams joke thief thing. I'm like, did you mention the other part? Since you want to be so well educated, Joey? Anyway, he's a prick. Robin Williams, greatly missed. He was a legend in his field. Loved his stand-up. Loved a lot of his movies. Even, films like Club Paradise and Jumanji. But Also, What Dreams May Come, Cadillac Man, Aladdin, The Birdcage, tons of stuff, man. And like I said, it was saddened when he passed away. He's greatly missed. It's nice to see that his first appearance on Johnny Carson. Like again, in that it's like he goes on a little tangent, then just goes into a stand up and just uses whatever. The cameraman, this microphone, taunting the people. It's okay to touch men. It's okay for men to touch men. Again, his delivery and just the way he just had this ball of energy. Again, maybe back in the day, a lot of this was cocaine. But even later in life, again, he mentioned the Inside the Actor Studio, live on Broadway, that stand up. He didn't miss a beat then either. And I guarantee you Robin would be making fun of Joe Bidet. I just imagine the impressions he would be doing of Joe Bidet, man. You mean, yeah, the guy in the office now, I call him Joe Bidet. But I miss the guy a lot. It's always great to see footage of Robin, of Mr. Williams. It's greatly missed. So thank you once again, Bronson. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.